Okay, so here is one word that drives me absolutely crazy, and I know you use it all the time. What is the word? It is crazy. Everybody uses crazy to describe every single thing and every scenario. It's like the word nice. Someone is wearing an unusual outfit, you say it's crazy. If the traffic is bad, you say it's crazy. If somebody has an attitude, you're like, oh, she had a crazy attitude. When we use one word to describe everything, we're actually saying nothing. Me personally, I don't understand what you mean when you say crazy. I have an idea that is something you didn't like, but I don't understand what you are expressing. It doesn't make you sound sharp, it doesn't make you sound intellectual. Okay, so I'm going to give you some words to replace the word crazy in different scenarios because I don't want to have to hear you use that word again. Okay, let's just get straight into the words and then we can talk about why language is powerful. So I will not be able to do a caption for all of these words as I'm saying them. So I'm going to put them in the description box. And I'm going to make a downloadable PDF for anyone who wants to keep this with them. Now, let us get into it. I'm starting with fashion because I love fashion. Outfits. If you don't like it, you can say it was eccentric, daring, unconventional, or bold. And if it's a great outfit, even though unconventional, you could say it was striking. Now, if you're in traffic and the traffic is really bad, you could say it was chaotic, it was unbearable, it was intense, it was turbulent, or it was overwhelming. I don't really love turbulent, but that goes for air traffic. Since I travel a lot, I'm throwing that one in there. Now, if you're speaking of someone's attitude and it's bad, you could say it was irrational. You could say they were being unpredictable. You could say erratic. I actually love erratic. Oh my goodness, this view is crazy. That's a joke. Anyway, back to attitudes. Impulsive, unreasonable. Now for the weather. Now, I was having crazy weather in Peninsular Spain, but I'm going to replace the word crazy with extreme weather, brutal weather, fierce weather. The wind was very fierce right here on this castle. You could also go with the weather was relentless, as it seemingly was in this place in Peninsula in Spain. Or we could say it was turbulent. And again, that applies to just the weather or when you're on an aircraft during bad weather. Okay, now that we're having better weather, let's talk about parties or an event. I know you've been waiting for this one. So instead of saying, oh, the party was crazy, we could say the party was energetic. We could say the party was wild. We could say it was vibrant. Or, my favorite, electric. Or you could say it was frenzied. Okay, and even waiting for this one as well. Let's talk about an adjective to replace the word crazy when you go to the supermarket. We could say outrageous. The price of eggs is outrageous. We could say exorbitant. The price of eggs is exorbitant. We could also go with astronomical, or we could go with unjustifiable. That one definitely describes the prices I saw for non-dairy creamers yesterday. And we could also go with an old favorite, ridiculous. These prices are absolutely ridiculous. Why does oat milk cost so much? Now for my sports fans out there, let us go with the game was so intense. It was so thrilling. It was unbelievable. It was wild. And let's round it off with mind-blowing. Okay, so we have one more to go in this video. I wanted it to stay under 3 minutes for YouTube stories. However, it seems it's going to have to be a YouTube video. All right, so the last one we're going to do is news or news stories. We are going to use the word shocking. We could also try, that was so bizarre. We could also try, that was a very unusual news story. Or we could say whatever is being reported was an unthinkable act. Or we could say, oh my goodness, that was so surreal. So that is shocking, bizarre, unusual, unthinkable, and surreal. And these are words we can use to describe some shocking, crazy news. All right, I'm going to drop these all in the description box below so you can have them to look at. And I'll also create a PDF, like I said, that is downloadable. Now, I'm taking my leave of this town in Peninsular Spain. But as usual, I have to turn around and pick up my camera because there is nobody recording me. I am recording myself. I am a solo traveler who love words. If you never met me, I am Gail. I love words and I love travel and nature. And I'm trying to combine my love of travel with literacy. And so one day I will figure out how to make this my income. Until then, I hope you're learning something. Drop a comment letting me know which category of words was your favorite or which word was your favorite. If you've watched this video to the end, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment because that will help me grow. As usual, I am Gail, Miss Green to my students, and I thank you for watching. Continue to enjoy these views of Peninsular Spain. Now, I don't know about you, but I have enjoyed these words immensely. So I'm going to give a bigger list with more categories and more adjectives under each category in another video. Stay tuned for that.
I'm walking very fast so we can get this all done and get back not only to lunch but to the bus. Well, I can say I've seen everything, and of everything I've seen, this is the most beautiful. Did I say that at the Alcazar? Okay, maybe I did. So, two most beautiful places I've seen, this and the Alcazar. Let me catch that roof, it's very pretty. Zoom. See what I tell you, sir? My camera now catch everything.